You all know I love saving a little bit of money without sacrificing the glam. Today is a proper buy this, not that video. I have found some diamonds of products that cost very, very little and are so similar to their high-end counterparts. I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference, but time will tell. Have your bets in the comments section. I have the luxury products on one half of my face and the affordable products on the other half of my face. Which side do you think looks better? Which side looks more expensive, luxurious, chic, classy? Let me know in the comments section. Time will tell. I'll let you know at the end. First up, let's talk about what I have on my eyes. The KVD Beauty Dazzle Sticks are some of my favourite eye products of all time. If you like glitz and glamour, you like that old style Hollywood, you are going to absolutely love this product. Now, what I have on my eyes today is Electro Bolt 20. On the affordable side, I have a product from SheGlam, which has blown me away, absolutely blown my socks off. These are cheap as chips, but the quality and just the lovely sensation that this gives the eyelid, cooling, calming, just so reassuring on my eyelid. What my eyelid needs reassuring for, I have absolutely no idea, but my eyes are reassured. So this one is in the shade Golden Girl. Now, if you look on both sides, they are extremely similar, extremely similar. One of these is slightly warmer than the other, so not identical. You can see a difference if you look close enough, but which one is which? Which one looks more luxurious? They both apply beautifully. The KVD Dazzle Sticks are slightly more pigmented in the background. They have a little bit of a metallic shimmer in there as well as a sparkle, whereas the SheGlam have got that sparkle with less pigmentation in the background. So these are going to be unreal on their own or over the top of another shadow as a topper. Both of them multi-purpose, both of them really versatile, one of them way more expensive than the other. Let's talk Chanel. I go a bit weak at the knees whenever I pick up a product from the Chanel counter. It's my vice. It's the one brand that it does it for me. It's just so beautiful. This is the Le Beige Chanel Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. This is in the shade 390 Tan Bronze. I love this. It is a holiday essential. I take this on holiday with me, and it is that one-stop shop product because of its lovely cream consistency and its blendability. It doesn't add too much shine, too much luminosity. It gives you that really beautiful glow from within look. Enough bronze, but not too much. It doesn't make you look orange. I have found a product that I will be taking on holiday with me in future. Now, this is going to last me such a long time, but this next product is also going to last me a lifetime. It's from Collection and it's the cream bronzer. Again, beautiful packaging, really nice. It does come with a plastic lid so that this doesn't dry out on you. This is here for a reason. Don't throw it away. And very similar swirl in the top. That is not what is important about a product though. It's about the wearability of this product. Can you tell? In fact, I have most of it on my forehead. Can you tell which side is which? Which one is the Chanel? Which one is the Collection? There is a massive difference in price. I mean, I would have to take a second mortgage out to afford the Chanel again. Both of these have a very similar consistency. Both of them blend out superbly well. They're both going to give you that bronzy glow without any orange undertone. I love them both. Really, other than the packaging, I can't tell them apart. I love a good contour product, especially a nose contour product. When you've grown up with a nose like mine that was broken twice during infancy and never surgically straightened, and you have sort of, it's a little cockeyed, shall we say. Contour products do wonders to make things look a little straighter. Bit of smoke and mirrors. I'm not after a nose that looks like a cute little turned up button nose. I'm not after making my nose look thinner, just straighter. Straighter is all it requires. I have 2 contour products on my nose today, and I have tried incredibly hard not to blend these 2 together so you can see the difference. First up, luxury product, the Victoria Beckham Contour Stylus in the shade Marble. Second up, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Face Sculptor. Again, I've spoken about this so many times, and also this product as well. Beautiful consistencies, both. I cannot tell the difference. One is not wetter or creamier or drier than the other. They are both very, very similar. There is a little bit of difference in shade. The shades are slightly different. They both don't look identical. One of them is slightly warmer than the other. I will let you be the judge of which one you prefer, but which side of my nose looks better? That is a little unfair, because this is my bad side. This is the side that is really, really wonky and broken, and this side is my good side. So I don't know which product I'm being unfair to, but I shall let you make your opinions known in the comment section. Of course I know which one's which side is which, but I'm just not telling you. Really trying to mess all these up as much as I can so I don't give too much away. One of my most frequently used powders is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. You get so much in this, it never runs out. I haven't actually upgraded it yet to the new packaging version. This is in the shade Cherry Blossom, and I always set my under eyes with this. It used to be the Pat McGrath under eye brightening powder, and now I'm constantly reaching for this because it's so smoothing. It's really blurring. It blurs out all the imperfections, fine lines, wrinkles, and just gives you that really smooth airbrushed look, and it sets forever. It is such a great powder. A few months ago though, I stumbled upon the Wonder Snatch powder from NYX. This is in the shade Cheeky Cherry. Now this is slightly pinkier, and it's also slightly chunkier on the consistency of the powder, but I don't find that off-putting at all. So the top is the chunkier powder from the NYX, the below is the smoother powder and slightly less pinkier version from Huda Beauty. You cannot tell the difference when it's underneath the eyes. Both of these are blurring and smoothing. They both set really, really well. I don't find that either of these dry my under eyes out. You know, you sometimes get one of those powders that looks really beautiful at first, and then you look in the mirror 5 hours later and it's all crusty and awful. That is not the case with the Super Snatch. Is it Super Snatch? Wonder Snatch, sorry. Powder. I really love both of these. The only thing I don't like about the Wonder Snatch is the size of the container, because what I do to add this underneath my eyes is I tip a little bit in the lid, and you can't really do that successfully and get a full-on powder brush in the lid. It's a little bit more cumbersome to get a little powder puff in there because you don't have a lot of room. So that's the only thing I don't like about this. But the quality of the product inside the packaging is... I'm going to give you a close-up. I'm trying to give you as many chances as possible to get this right. So which side do you think looks more expensive than the other? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about blush. Now, I have spoken about this NYX blush so many times on my channel. In fact, I think it was in my all-time favorites of 2024. I think it was. It's probably in my top 3 powder blushes of all time. I reach for it constantly. This is the Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush in the shade Sunbask from MAC. It is such a beautiful product. It has the right amount of shimmer in there. It doesn't emphasize large pores or texture. It's just beautiful. It gives you that shimmer without emphasizing anything that you want to hide. It is super, super flattering. Again, quite a pricey product. This one is going to cost you a lot less and is going to give you a very similar finish. Again, very, very flattering. It's going to give you that shimmer, but it's not going to look glittery on your cheeks at all. This is the Bouncy Blur Blush from Revolution, and this is in the shade Light as a Cloud Peachy Pink. This is a cream to powder blush. It doesn't feel overly creamy. It feels very, very similar to the MAC Sunbask. It's super, super similar. They aren't identical in shade. There is a slight bit of more warmth to one of these products, but side by side, I don't tell the difference. I think they are both beautiful, and I wouldn't hesitate to use either one of these when I am on a full day out, when I want my blush to last from morning until night. Let's move on to lips. Again, I've spoken about the Sashu lip liner stains lots of times. I really, really like this. The only thing I don't like about it, because it stays all day, it's really easy to apply, it's really easy to remove, is the fact that you do have to leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes before you peel it off. That to me is a little bit irritating, but once you've done that whole process, if you get yourself into a bit of a routine, then it lasts all day and it looks so natural, especially the shade Nude, which I have on today. A very close alternative, super, super close, and actually, do I prefer this? I think I might. This is the Revolution Lip Shift Ink. There are differences to this. So the main difference is you don't need to leave this on for 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's dried, you can peel it straight off, which I just think is so, so good. Also, the applicator is slightly different. Now, I thought I was going to prefer the Revolution applicator because it's a lot more precise with it having a bit of a pointy tip. However, the Sashu lip liner is actually better formed because it holds more product, so you can get a really clean line and it doesn't take you forever to actually get this on. With this being so precise and with the product being quite liquidy, you can rub some of the product off with the tip as you're trying to get maybe a second layer on, which can be, again, irritating. So there are drawbacks to both of these, but once you've taken the product off, once you've peeled off the dried stain, very, very similar. There is a shade difference with both of these. They are very nudie, both of them. One is slightly more brown, one is slightly more peachy. So they don't look identical side by side, but they are very similar products and give a very similar result. So let me know which one you prefer. And finally, let's talk setting sprays. I absolutely adore both of these setting sprays. I do tend to get quite oily throughout the day, and my makeup does sometimes slide off my skin depending on which products I use first thing in the morning. So having a mattifying setting spray is, one, great for airbrushing and smoothing and really airbrushing out those imperfections like open pores, like, you know, wrinkles, texture, that sort of thing. But it's also great for holding back those oils that come through the skin throughout the day. So I have two products on my face. One is the very expensive but very beautiful Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Matte Blur. The other one is the Beauty Crop Pore Filter Mattifying Mist. These are different in colour. They also are different to actually apply. For me, I think the mist on the Pore Filter Mattifying Mist from the Beauty Crop is far superior and feels more luxurious than the Charlotte Tilbury product, which I find a little spitty sometimes. If you look at the difference, so much nicer, so much nicer. Now, do both of these? Both of these have a fragrance in them, so there's not very much to tear them apart on that aspect. One of them is slightly more blurring than the other. I will let you be the judge. So my skin up close, which side is expensive and which side is affordable? Both of these are excellent. I'm not going to take anything away from either of these. I guess it just depends on personal preference. So did you guess right? I need to know in the comments section if you were right or whether you got it wrong. Which side do you actually prefer? Maybe not which side do you think is more luxurious, which side do you think is more affordable? Which side do you actually prefer? Because I'm all about saving a little bit of money, and if you can swap some really expensive products out of your routine for more affordable ones, then maybe you can afford some of those things that you've always been wanting to buy, but you haven't been able to because you've been wasting your money on really expensive beauty products. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Which side is expensive? Which side is very affordable? This side is the expensive side. This side is the affordable side. And could you tell the difference? I think you'd have to be really super observant to be able to tell the difference. I mean, they both look the same, and not everybody is going to be examining your skin this close. This side is the expensive side. This side is the affordable side. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've thought about it in the comments section. Please don't forget to share this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I really hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.